So today is Trans Day of Visibility, which is an important day, especially in the year of 2025, because trans people are under attack from the current administration. And for those that don't know, Trans Day of Visibility is to raise awareness about transgender people, to celebrate the lives, contributions of trans people, while also drawing attention to the disproportionate levels of poverty, discrimination, and violence the community faces compared to cisgender people. That description, by the way, is from GLAAD. In celebration of Trans Day of Visibility, the last several days, I have been watching movies that feature and star trans people. One of the movies that I watched was the legendary documentary Paris is Burning, which is about ballroom culture in New York within the Black community and within the gay and trans Black community specifically. And as I did research about this movie and about kind of the feeling of the community, I think it's kind of fascinating that some people, like Laverne Cox in this documentary, Disclosure, which is about trans representation in media that I watched, talked about Paris is Burning and how important it is, but simultaneously how the movie was made by a gay white woman and how that kind of infringes on the real showing of the culture, like the Black ballroom culture, and how, you know, it's this barrier to it, but also that the performers in the documentary never saw any of the money from the movie. And that leads me to Disclosure, which is about trans rep in media and how a lot of times it is horrendous, and that you have cis men dressing as women, such as in The Danish Girl and in Dallas Buyers Club, and it just further cements this stereotype that trans women are just men in dresses and that they're just playing dress up and that it is not their identity. This documentary, if you have not seen it, it's on Netflix. It's super fascinating. It also talks a lot about how Laverne Cox, Jasmine, Trace Lizette, and Alexandra Billings, all trans women, have all played the dead prostitute, sex worker, or, you know, just a corpse in various cop shows like SVU, CSI New York. They have played patients in Grey's Anatomy that, you know, their estrogen was giving them cancer, and so they have to stop their treatment and go back to being a man so that they don't die. And this documentary very much is set up for cis audiences to just understand trans people. And although it was a lot of information that I knew, it, I think, also is super helpful because I wasn't aware of some of the early representation of trans people in like the 20s and 30s. I also watched Kokomo City, which is about 4 Black trans sex workers, 2 in New York City and 2 in Atlanta. And this one was the most fascinating because it is about their lives and how them being Black trans women bucks the entirety of societal standards of women and of Black women also, and that there is this quote from one of them, and I forget who said it, that Black people's lives for so long have been defined by the way that white people want Black people to live, and that Black trans women and Black trans people overall buck that societal standard because they don't fit the norm that white people are trying to put Black people into. And the last movie I watched was I Saw the TV Glow, which has been heralded as up and down as like one of the biggest, newest pieces of trans media. And I totally see why after watching it, that a lot of the story can be adapted into what is the trans experience, especially the character of Maddie, played by Jack Haven. And just this quote that she says, that time wasn't right, it was moving too fast, I was 19 and I was 20 and then I was 21, like chapters skipped over in a DVD. I told myself, this isn't normal, this isn't how life is supposed to feel. And just how, you know, before realizing that that they are trans and that you are living in the wrong body, feel like your life is just passing you by. And I think that is very well communicated in this movie. And also the way that children and people find themselves and understand the world through media the way that Owen and Maddie understand the world through the Pink Opaque.